Welcome back, agents. Next season, we will see lots of changes to brands and gear sets, some which have been crying out for buffs for years. There has been ongoing discussion in the community about nerfing Striker, to the point where the developers had to clarify that there are no plans to do so. I personally still believe it needs to be nerfed, as I have mentioned in so many of my videos, but these upcoming changes go a long way to bridging the gap. Today, I want to cover Negotiator's dilemma. I am an avid user of Negotiators since it allows me to target multiple enemies and damage them all at once. My playstyle is very much about staying at mid-range, having an overview of the area I'm fighting in, and being able to switch targets quickly. The Negotiator gear set comes with the 4-piece talent, Hostile Negotiations. Critical hits mark enemies for 20 seconds, up to 3 marks in total. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all other marked enemies take 60% of the damage dealt. Whenever a marked enemy dies, you gain plus 2% critical hit damage, stacking up to 20 times until combat ends. The gear set talent can be enhanced with the chest and backpack, though I would recommend you only take the backpack. The chest talent increases the number of marks you can apply, but this is unnecessary in almost every encounter I can think of. Those 2 extra marks are not worth giving up a chest piece damage talent, such as Obliterate. The backpack talent makes this set shine. The damage you deal to other marked targets is increased from 60% to 112%. Now you can actually deal more damage to a target by shooting another. How you play this set depends on the activity and the enemies in front of you. Sometimes it's best to target some low-tier adds and then focus fire a high-tier enemy. That way, everything else dies while you're working on the bigger threat. But other times you want to take advantage of that 112% bonus and do it the opposite way. Tag the big boy first, then focus on other targets. How you choose to set up your gear around Negotiators is entirely up to you. You could pick the Beacon Exotic Chest for some team buffs, the Centurion Scabbard for higher rate of fire and magazine size, the Coyote Mask for critical hit chance and damage buffs, or the Tinkerer to be able to run 2 weapon talents at the same time. My choice is to pair a Seska chest using Obliterate with the Death Grips gloves. That way I stack up my total weapon damage with each critical hit and gain 10% armor on kill. You will note these are prototype gloves, so I actually receive 15% armor on kill. Prototype is not required for anything you see here today, but it's nice to have the additional 5%. For weapons, I usually stick to my favorite assault rifle, the Lexington. You can reasonably use any weapon you like, so long as you can maintain as close to 60% critical hit chance as possible. In some higher difficulty activities, I have seen the GR9 LMG with the Frenzy talent work extremely well. The only downside to Negotiators is single target damage. If everything is dead except a Chunga, for example, you will find it requires much more firepower to take them down than, say, with Strikers. The stacking critical hit damage bonus will help with this, but sometimes you have to take a little longer to complete encounters. With Season 3 coming soon, the buff to Negotiators should not only help the set overall, but also for single target damage. When a marked enemy dies, you will now gain 10% critical hit damage, stacking up to 10 times. So not only do the stacks give you more damage, it will be much quicker to hit the stack cap. For me, this set has become invaluable to run in the new Incursion Broken Rain. While I have a tank, a healer, and another DPS player on my team, I can run Negotiators and clear out many of the waves of enemies with relative ease. Many of them love to take cover, so it's extremely useful to be able to tag them, switch targets, and still deal damage to them while they cower in a corner. I think the main draw of this set for me is that it doesn't require stacking to be effective from the outset. The additional critical hit damage stacks are useful as an encounter progresses. It also opens up options for using weapons I might not have otherwise touched. With Striker, you almost always want a high rate of fire weapon to stack it up as quickly as possible. With Negotiators, however, you only really need to make sure you have a high critical hit chance. So to conclude, I highly recommend giving this set a try if you have not before. And if you've had it sitting in the stash for the longest time, maybe bring it out next season and give it another chance with the new buffs. Let me know your thoughts on the upcoming season, Negotiators, and how you like it. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.